You had this big public feud with Cardi B on Instagram. You said you were playing chess and she was playing checkers. And I think it came on the back of her interviewing Joe Biden and then you kind of speaking to her about that. For someone who's been on Mars for the past few months, can you break down kind of what happened and where we're left now and why this is significant? Because it is more than just a joke. There's actually a lot of serious undertones here.
Yeah, so for those of people who don't follow hip hop or rap, Cardi B is probably, arguably, the biggest female rap artist in America. I think that's definitely a fact. And she has the number one song, which is literally about female genitalia, encouraging women to dance. And she's got this whole dance, and you'll see 12-year-olds and 11-year-olds on Instagram just shaking parts that you should never see an 11-year-old or 12-year-old shaking. But that's her brand. She kind of puts out this sort of music. Hypersexualized music, and she's sort of known to be extremely illiterate. That's sort of kind of what built her brand. She's very funny. And I don't knock her for that. I'm an unapologetic capitalist free market person. If there's a market for something and nobody's getting hurt in the process, great, more the merrier. She deserves her success for people downloading her music. But because she blew up so quickly because of her personality, she got 75 million followers on Instagram. Of course, the politicians see her as an opportunity for them to get her to encourage minorities, the bulk of who listen to her music, to vote for Democrats. So we had serious contenders for the presidency. First, Bernie Sanders sitting down with Cardi B. It is unfathomable. I mean, I don't know if you guys had a guy in the UK, I know that was named Al Yankovic. I don't know. I'm trying to make it's akin to like the president of the United States. Everyone's sitting down with weird Al Yankovic. It's just, you don't do that unless you're ultimately trying to pander and you actually think the people that follow that person are so stupid that just her sitting down with them guarantees the vote. So I, accurately and honestly called that out. And it was more of a referendum on the Democrat Party than on her for doing this, especially Joe Biden, who has given a very small amount of interviews this year, has pretended COVID-19 is the bubonic plague, and he cannot give any interviews. But he came up for air to honor her with an interview. And the interview, if you have the time, I do recommend you go watch it. It's 15 minutes. It's very hard to get through it without just watching brain cells fall out. But she's making noises. She's going like, oh, and like kind of just sounds like Veruca Salt, don't care how I want it now, just saying what she wants, even though the things that she's demanding don't make sense together. She wants her taxes lowered, but she wants free healthcare for all. And she's just listing it off, and she wants Black men to stop dying, which is just like, is this a list for God? I don't know what this is or how a Democrat politician is going to make Black men stop dying, especially when those that are being murdered overwhelmingly by other Black men. So a policy is not going to fix that. And it just, to me, was, in my honest opinion, it was racist. It was racist because there are people, I obviously am conservative, but there are intelligent Black liberals, there are intelligent Black conservatives, there are intelligent Black moderates that could have sat down and asked him meaningful questions, important questions about his history on race. Joe Biden, when he was in the Senate, voted to maintain segregated schools, because he said, and I quote, that that's what Black people wanted, that they want their schools to be separated. He didn't want integrated busing. This is a man that authored the parts of the crime bill of 94, which you'll hear a lot of Black Americans talking about, the unjust criminal system. Well, he was the author of that, which was passed under Bill Clinton, another Democrat president. So anybody would have asked them those questions. I'm not saying entertainers don't have a right to be in politics, but I'm saying when they make a mockery and this person doesn't care about anything other than being funny, and you're giving a limited amount of interviews a year, it's in my opinion, insult, and it's racist. So I called that out on the Ben Shapiro show, and she got very upset and decided to have a Twitter spat about it.
So it started on Twitter, and then you guys bounced over to Instagram. And did you actually ever talk to her?
No. So she started on Twitter, responded to the interview that I was having with a fellow conservative commentator, Ben Shapiro. Yeah. And she instantly started making no sense and was like, well, I'm tired of my tax dollars going to Trump's campaign. I'd rather they go for education, free education. So I explained to her that under no scenario are her tax dollars going to the Trump campaign. That is illegal. And no campaign can be funded by tax dollars. That is illegal. And also explained to her that her money was already going to free education. That is what the public school system is. So then she said, I'm going to go live. And she meant on Instagram, and she went live and bizarrely took a figurine, like this doll, and was just sort of talking and saying that there are a lot of political celebrities who attack her, and just started disrespecting me, my family. And the irony being is that her whole thing is, we got to get Trump out of office. Like, all of these celebrities just say it like they're all brainwashed and they can't tell you why. And she keeps saying, we have to get these racists out of office. And in this very same breath, she's attacking my husband for being Caucasian, attacking my husband's father simply for being Caucasian, and accusing him of being in the Ku Klux Klan. So it really exposed, it was a great opportunity, going back to your point, Brian, that it was funny, but there was some serious stuff to be learned here, which is that these celebrities are sitting here telling you what you must do to get rid of racism when they are the very racists themselves.